CL 650 presents your source for leading-edge news and information on today's hottest products and services. This is Experts on Call.
And welcome to Experts on Call. I'm Joanne Sutton. We're joined by our panel of insurance experts today, and our topic is everything you need to know about life insurance and the different types of insurance that are being provided in this great, big, crazy world of ours. So joining us in the studio today, we have Andrew Tablotny of Laguerre Pelling Insurance, along with broker Sanjeev Katoch. Did I say that right?
Yep.
I did. I'm going to try. Thank you for being here to both of you. But how we like to start every show is if I could just get you to tell us a little bit about yourself and the company. And maybe, Andrew, we could start with you.
Sure. Joanna, it's nice to be back again. I've been a broker for 35 years. I've lived in Richmond and own my own brokerage here for over 25 years. It's a family-run business. My wife has worked with me for that entire stretch, and I've got two sons that are now working with me. They're supposedly my succession plan, but we'll see. Still some doubt on that.
Time will tell.
So, but we're I've got a staff of 13, and we're one of the few true independents left in the industry. Everything's been conglomerated and amalgamated, and so we tend to run things a little differently than some of the brokers out there.
Then I've met you several times now. I'm getting the feeling it's a very friendly family operation.
Right.
Yeah.
So, well, in fact, Sanjeev's wife works with us as well. So. So it's when I say family run, there's a lot of family members have been come and gone in our brokerage.
And more family members than just your own. So so Sanjeev, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, I started in insurance business 5 years ago, and since then I've completed my CIP designation, which is Chartered Insurance Professional. So I've been working with Andrew for almost 2 years now. I do general insurance, and I'm licensed in life insurance as well. Previous to this. I worked in accountancy and finance for 12 years. So yeah, the insurance business in the last more than 6 years, more than 5 years. So yeah.
Excellent. Well, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, his previous experience is a great fill for the life insurance side, because you're looking at financials and understanding that. So he's got a good background on that.
Well, this is great because on today's show, we hope to establish some of the basics about what insurance really is, why it's so important, and why we need it. So, Andrew, if you want to start us off, tell us a little bit more about your company, which is Laguerre Pelling here in Richmond, and you have a core philosophy.
We do, Joanne. We don't look to try and sell people things. We try to provide them with options, try to provide solutions to their problems. We give them the opportunity to understand things. We like to educate our clients so that they make informed decisions. Whether it be your business, your home, or your life, which is what we're going to be focusing on today. We recently started a wealth and life department, and as we saw a need that needed fulfilling. Too often people have advisors in their banks. They've got outside insurance advisors, and they really aren't having somebody looking over all the whole process of what they're doing with their financial situation. So we think that we can do a better job and serve their needs better that way.
Like a bigger picture.
Yeah. Well, rather than having I've talked to some people. One fellow, he had 5 different RSPs in 5 different banks because they had the lowest interest rate at the time. So, but he's not really maximizing the benefits of his the wealth that he's got there by having it in 5 different places and really not even paying attention to any of it.
So you're trying to help someone like me consolidate all of that information and that you can look after in this new wealth and life department that you have.
Right.
Okay.
And we realize life insurance is probably it's probably up there like going to the dentist. It's, unfortunately both are very necessary in our lives. Life and dentistry are important factors in your life. So.
Well, I don't like one of them, and then the other one I'm just not big on talking about. So.
Right.
So then let's establish now why this is so important and why we actually need life insurance.
Life insurance isn't the most pleasant thing to think about, as no one wants to think about their own death, right? So, and it may seem like an unnecessary burden or expense to you. But if you have dependents that rely on you for financial support, then life insurance is really about protecting them in case something happens to you. It's an important component of your overall financial plan. So what it covers, basically life insurance provides you coverage for your mortgage, your short and long-term debts, post-secondary education, your final expenses, and loss of family income, estate planning, and it can be used as a part of a business legacy. So whether you are 25 or 55, a life insurance policy gives you the peace of mind that should the worst happened to you, your loved ones will be taken care of.
So tell us a little bit more about what type of life insurance options are available in the market. Is it not just sort of a one package fits all, or are there different types of life insurance?
Yeah, basically, life insurance options can be divided into two parts. One is called term insurance, and other is permanent insurance. Term insurance is typically, I mean, your coverage for the term you're covered for. For it may be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or even 35 years based on your age. So you have a coverage in place, and that coverage won't decrease, and so as your premium. So if you are approved for let's say for $500,000 for $100 a month for 30-year term, so that $100 will stay this $100 for 30 years. And then the other component would be permanent life insurance, which is also level premium and comes with the coverage. It's typically for estate planning and as a business, as a legacy. The basic difference between these two would be that term insurance is less expensive, and typically used to cover your mortgage and your bigger debts, right, for the period of time. Permanent insurance is a little bit more expensive. And
It's a little more detailed, and it covers a bigger picture.
Well, there's usually two types, right? There's universal life, which gives you protection. It provides a range of investments that go with it, or as opposed to a participating life insurance, which is more flexible. It gives you core guarantees on your basic coverage, and then it has there's tax advantages and tax savings components, and there's it's the term insurance is kind of like rental insurance, whereas your other ones are like if you own a condo or own a homeowners, right? You're stepping up in the process. So that's why you need to talk to a financial planner and a life broker to get to understand what the differences are.
Well, I think Sanjeev brought up a very good point, saying that if you're going to talk about life insurance, then you sort of have to talk about death, don't you?
Yeah, it's unfortunately, and people don't like to talk about it, and it's and that's part of why we wanted to do this, because we hear so many complaints about there's good, just like an insurance broker, there's good brokers and bad brokers, and we hear an awful lot of complaints in the industry, and we see it with the insurance council, the number of life licenses that are being suspended because a lot of people just go out and they badger you to try and do it, and people don't want to talk about death. They want to be educated and understand what they've got, but they don't want to be pressured into trying to buy something. So we've tried to say this is our motto or our philosophy is to educate you, give you the options, see what's there, give you some choices, and say, okay, now let us know what we can do for you.
So explain a little bit about what is participating life insurance. Is that a completely separate topic or a separate?
Yeah, we can explain it briefly here. So participating life insurance is a flexible permanent life insurance with the core guarantees for the basic coverage like death benefits, cash surrender values. So this is a tax advantage saving component. And it provides you potential for earning policyholder dividend that can be used to purchase additional life insurance or reduce your out-of-pocket premium. And with these sort of policy, you have an ability as you can add riders. Sorry, you have flexibility as you can add riders and benefits to the basic policy. So basically, in a nutshell, we can say it guarantees premium, death benefits. It has a cash surrender value, a dividend paying policy. You can borrow money against this and use that money maybe to invest or to expand your business and things like that. So yeah.
I think what you've just established is there's just not one package that fits all. There clearly are a lot of options when it comes to life insurance.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it up to us to ask all the questions? If I went to sit down with my broker, I'm sitting in a position that I don't know what I don't know. Should I expect that my broker would present all these options to me?
Well, you would sit down and they would do a financial charting of you. Where are you at in your life? How many kids have you got? Where are you? Do you own a business? You don't own a business? Do you have assets? Do you have a house? Do you have a mortgage? How much do you have? I mean, that's all part of the process. And they look at that and then they ask, what are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to achieve financial growth, or are you trying to achieve just life insurance to make sure my kids are looked after if I die? That sort of thing. So it's a a growing process between the broker and the individual.
So what our tendency is to, we do a brief fact finding here based on your family and your financial and your health profile. So we will present you options available for you based on your need and for you, and of course we'll keep your budget in our mind as well. So based on that, we'll give you some option, and you can always choose from those options. And and we have access to multiple markets and multiple products. So you have a lot of things. You have so many choices to choose from.
So many choices that we wouldn't even have enough time in today's show to talk about them all. You are listening to Experts on Call on CL 650 featuring Intact Insurance. I'm Joanne Sutton. Thanks for joining us today. And joining us in the studio, we have the insurance experts. We have Andrew Tablotny of Laguerre Pelling Insurance here in Richmond, along with broker Sanjeev Katoch. Always, if you want more information about insurance or about any of the topics that we're covering on today's show, please visit the website. I will direct you to that right now, laguerrepelling.com, which is LEGEAR Pelling, PELLING.com. And we don't want any of the topics of insurance to be intimidating or overwhelming for you, and that's why we're talking about it today. We now hope we can dispel a couple of the myths about insurance, and that's all coming up next on CL 650.
This is Experts on Call on CL 650.